Some of Britain's biggest companies have announced that AI will replace thousands of their workers.
A behemoth overlooking the London skyline, British Telecoms has long been an immovable part of the British economy. Today, though, its CEO said up to 10,000 jobs would be replaced by new tech, including AI.
And they're not the only ones, because online grocery store Ocado have made a similar announcement, cutting 500 jobs in tech and finance, saying that AI has increased their productivity. Sky is also cutting up to 2,000 jobs in customer service, and even one of the UK's leading law firms, Clifford Chance, recently announced that it is reducing its business services staff in London by 10%. And they've cited artificial intelligence as a major reason for this. So it raises the question, is spending thousands of pounds on a law degree still even a good idea? Now, here is where it gets even more interesting. Looking at the latest employment data from the ONS, the rise of AI in the job market may not just be limited to these companies. The wider impact could be a lot more significant, because according to the data, unemployment now sits at 5.2%, which is the highest level since 2016 if you exclude the pandemic. And worse than that, wages aren't really improving either. Wage growth in the private sector has gone up by only 3.4%, which is in line with inflation. Now, that basically means real wage growth is essentially zero. So nobody is actually getting a pay rise, and things actually looks worse for young people. The unemployment rate for 16 to 24-year-olds now sits at 16.1%, which means that the UK now has a higher youth unemployment rate than the EU. And a paper from King's College London published late last year showed that companies whose job roles were more exposed to the capabilities of AI reduced their total employment by 4.5%. So if we combine those two things, companies admitting that they're replacing certain roles with AI, and the fact that more people in the UK are now out of work, it is very reasonable to assume that AI may be creating a serious problem for jobs in the UK, at least for right now. Now, mixed into all of this, there might be some element of scapegoating right here. Many people have argued that companies blaming AI for job cuts and hiring freezes are not always being 100% honest. You see, AI has become the latest buzzword in business. There's this growing idea that AI should be making a company more efficient. And if a company isn't talking about how they're using AI to improve productivity, then somehow they're falling behind. So a lot of companies are being pressured not just to implement AI, but also to talk about AI constantly. And I have seen this firsthand. In the organization where I work, we recently conducted a review of one of our major functions. And one of the key questions that kept on coming up was, how are we using AI to improve efficiency? And what's crazy was that some of the people asking that question barely even understood what AI actually was and what it meant. But they were still relentlessly pushing for us to use more of it. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out that implementing a technology you really don't understand, especially when you're using that technology to replace people's jobs, might not be a great idea. And a very good example of this comes from buy now, pay later firm Klarna. You see, Klarna made headlines when it became one of the loudest voices promoting the use of AI to replace workers. They replaced over 700 roles, particularly in customer service, with AI-powered systems. But not long after that, the company started seeing a surge in customer dissatisfaction and a sharp increase in customer complaints. And their CEO even later admitted publicly that their overdependence on automation had led to a lower quality customer experience. And Klarna is now partially reversing that decision, saying that the company went too far and it has started hiring people again to support its customer service teams. Now, the CEO summed it up quite bluntly when he said, While chatbots are cheaper, they're just not as good as humans for some jobs. But look, while some companies may have been a little too enthusiastic about AI or simply talking about AI more than they're actually using it, there are some jobs that are definitely more at risk right now. And if you look closely at the latest UK unemployment data, you can already start to see hints of that. The roles that appear to be most at risk are entry-level and junior positions. This is where we're seeing the biggest slowdown in hiring all across the UK. So young people who are just graduating to enter the workforce may actually be more at risk than anyone else right now. Now, there's also a common argument that AI will eventually create new types of jobs in the future. And that may very well be true. But at least for the moment, we're not seeing enough of those new roles being created to offset the slowdown in hiring that is already happening. So for now at least, the verdict on that one is still very much out. So let's talk about some of the jobs that are actually at risk. So when you look at what AI is actually good at doing right now, you can already get an idea. You see, AI tends to do better at things that are repetitive, text-based, and happen entirely on a computer. So that should give you some ideas. And the first thing that comes to mind are things like customer service roles. Many companies are now using AI chatbots and automated systems to handle basic customer queries, things like account questions, delivery tracking, or simple troubleshooting. And that's why companies like BT and Sky are investing heavily in these systems and laying off thousands of workers at the same time. Because from a business perspective, the appeal is going to be obvious. AI works 24 hours a day and is significantly cheaper than hiring large teams. But they should also remember how this worked out for Klarna. The next jobs are administrative and clerical jobs. These are things like organizing documents, drafting emails, scheduling meetings, and processing paperwork. These are exactly the kind of things that modern AI is becoming very good at. And what this actually means is that companies may now actually start to question whether they need as many administrative staff as they once did. The third category of jobs at risk are junior roles in industries like law, finance, marketing, and even tech. A lot of entry-level work in these fields involves reviewing documents, doing research, writing basic reports, or building basic applications from scratch. Things that AI can now assist with or even complete. For example, Clifford Chance is already using AI to analyze legal documents and support their compliance work. AI is also getting very good at writing basic code, so entry-level programmers may also be finding it harder to get a job. So sitting in front of a computer and writing code may soon not be as appealing. Now, that doesn't mean that lawyers or coders are disappearing right now, but who knows? And I'm not saying that all junior work that used to go to new graduates may completely disappear. But there is a real problem, especially for young people and for the world as well. Because if entry-level roles are disappearing, how do young people gain the experience needed to move on into senior roles later on? Let me know what you think about this in the comments. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please click the subscribe button to subscribe below and give the video a like and a hype if you get a chance. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.